If you're a reader like me, then you know the most annoying part about being a reader is moving. Because books are fucking heavy. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Marissa and I like to talk about books and book design. Today, thank God, I am finally moving out of this shitty apartment I've been living in for the past 2 years. I feel like I have complained about it on my channel before, but it's bad. I didn't have heat for a while. My AC window unit only cools down about 5 feet in front of it, and that's not even including the mouse infestation, the squirrels in the attic, the raccoons, and my annoying neighbor. So I'm free. Now I just gotta deal with all my books. So today we're gonna be packing them up, taking them to my new apartment, and setting up my new bookshelves. Let's just get into it. Now, my hot tip for moving all your books is to distribute them evenly amongst your boxes, because one full box of books will break your back. I've tried it before and I will not do it again. So the first step of my packing is going to be to line like the bottom layer of all my boxes with my books. So basically I cannot pack anything else until I pack my books, which is so fun. I don't want to take down my shelves. Like, what if I want to read that book? You know, what if I want that one that I put in the bottom of the box? That's fine. I also have like acquired so many more since living here for the past 2 years that I'm afraid they're not going to fit in all my boxes. We'll just see. I don't know. Let's see. Finally almost done packing, and I move officially in 6 days. I hope you can hear me over the AC unit, but it's literally 95 degrees here, so I can't turn it off. All right, well done. The new apartment has central AC. What a blessing. So yeah, literally this last shelf is the last of my books I need to pack. I just don't even know. Like, I'm astounded at how heavy all my boxes are for my books. Even though I evenly distributed them, it's so insane. And to be honest, it's making me think or reevaluate my fiscal TBR, because I have so many unread books, and I have books I like that I just didn't enjoy that much because I always had this dream of having a huge in-home library. But what is the point of having a library if you don't even like the books on the shelf? I think when I'm officially moved in, I'm gonna be starting a new series on reading through my physical TBR and cutting out the bad stuff, so that the next time I move, which hopefully won't be for a while, I am in a better state, and I know that every time I lift up a box and break my back, that I'm doing it with love. And Ripley has something to say about it too. That's the update. Hopefully the next time we catch up, I will be in my new space. Thank God. Okay guys, I'm officially in the new apartment. Here's your first look. This is like the bedroom. Unfortunately, I don't have zoom on this camera, so it's like I can't really zoom out and show the whole thing, but you know. And then here's the main living area. I already have the couch in here. Planning on putting my books behind on this wall. And then if you turn this way, we have the kitchen. And I already had an ARC waiting for me in the mail when I got here. Now I'm just gonna be doing like a big deep clean before we move in all the big stuff tomorrow. So basically what I'm gonna do now is just grab everything from the pile over there and work my way down each column, and as I see it, I will separate them into genre. And I think it's gonna get really confusing on when I get too particular about subgenres. So I'm gonna try to just keep it easy, keep it breezy. At the end of the day, they're my shelves, so it doesn't really matter that much. Right. Like classic. See, we're already running into issues. I'm like, this is like magical realism, probably more so fantasy, I guess, than literary fiction, but in my mind when I think about it, it's literary and not fantasy. Well, okay, like I just said, they're my bookshelves, so I think this is literary, or just like fiction. I'm going crazy already. Literary, I don't know. Part of me wants to like separate mass market paperbacks to be their own section on the shelf, but then my genres will really be messed up. I really just need my own home library so I have enough space to do everything that I want, but I don't think that's the case right now. So I'm gonna put them in their own respective genres, and if I decide to change it later, I can always do that. Sci-fi, fantasy, nonfiction, poetry, thriller, literary. I guess if I'm going by genre, some authors might not be like, all their books might not be in a row. Because like Ali Hazelwood is primarily romance, but Bride is like, well, that's not a good example. I was just thinking about like this Toni Morrison book, Jazz. In my mind, this is probably just literary fiction, but some of her other books, I'm like, those are classics. But maybe not, maybe they're just all literary fiction, or maybe they're all classics. I don't know, guys, I don't know. Now, it would be kind of cool to have a short story section, like collection section, and I probably don't have enough. So this one is going in horror. This begs the other question. Should I split up young adult versus adult and have their own like young adult section? Or should I just keep them with their respective genres? Because this is a sci-fi, but it's a young adult sci-fi. I think for me, I'm gonna just group them, lump them all together and not worry about the young adult versus not. Now, although I literally just said I wasn't gonna separate young adult versus adult, I do have quite a few like children's books, like middle grade, which that feels different enough to me that I should just create a separate section. Now, this is actually isn't even my book though. This is my friend's that I lent probably 5 years ago. So maybe I should just put it to the side and not include it in my bookshelf. Right. Yeah, I kind of don't remember buying this. That's like the best part about organizing your bookshelf or going through your physical TBR. It's like, wait, I didn't know I had that. This organizing section is going to take a lot longer than I anticipated. Cheers. All right, let's get down to business. I'm going to do the rest off camera, and I'll come back to you and explain all the categories I decide on, and then we'll work on making them alphabetical. Okay. All of my leather bounds are alphabetized. Let's put them on the shelf. These shelves are so big that I could fit another layer of books behind them, which is good to know for storage reasons, but unfortunate for like aesthetic reasons, because why would I want to hide my books? But for now, I'm just gonna push everything to the edge and see how far that gets me, and if I need to utilize the second row behind, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Our first section is done and it already looks so good. That's why it's best to start with the leather bound classics because they always look beautiful. So now I'm like, okay, let me keep going. Okay, this is as far as I'm getting tonight because I'm actually about to fall asleep. For now, I have my leather bounds. Then I put like a classics section somewhere over here. I don't even know, I'm tired. And then I started working in general fiction. General fiction. I'm feeling nervous but okay about space. This is my progress for tonight. It's bedtime. I am ready to dive back in. My logic here is I want to like go from like literal, what is even the word I'm looking for? Like books that are set in like a real world setting, like all my contemporary fiction. Now I'm gonna move into romance, then historical fiction, then maybe like thrillers, then horror, which is where some kind of like fantastical things start coming in, and then we'll end with fantasy. That makes sense in my head at least. Romance should be pretty easy because I only have 3 romance books, which is crazy because I don't even like these 2, so I should probably just get rid of them. But I do really like both of their covers, so they're staying. And I haven't read this one yet, but I'm so excited. I always feel like I'm so bad at like putting things in alphabetical order. It just takes
a lot of brain power. But you know, this one, easy, done. I don't have that many historical fictions, so this should be okay. Here's an example of one where my authors are gonna be split up because this is a Stephen King that I consider to be historical fiction. It's also kind of sci-fi, but for me, it's historical fiction, so I'm putting it with my historical fiction. My friend Mo gave me this little shelf marker for vampires, and I do have quite a lot of vampire books, so I think I'm gonna give them their own little section after horror. I'm gonna have to split some things up because a lot of my vampire books are like cross-genre, but regardless of the genre, I will put them together with the other vampire books. Now, this is the biggest curveball of them all. 3 authors, but luckily they all have last names that begin with W, so I guess I'll just go with the first one, which is what they have. Taylor Jenkins Reid. I think this is one where you put the J before the R, right? Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think thriller next, because a lot of the times thrillers like can be true crime-ish, which is still like, for the most part, rooted in reality. By that I just mean there's like no magic. Love this cover so much. I also like fully did not notice when I bought this. The cover is like a little window and then the end page is like what you see. That's cool. I like that. Okay, you can't see it all, but I pretty much have the first 2 rows complete. Let me just move the camera. Okay, I think I'm gonna like stop filming and come back when it's all done for the final reveal, okay? And maybe we'll do an apartment tour too.
Well, there we have it. After months in the making, my bookshelves are finally all set up. I could not be happier. I think they just look so good, especially like having the 2 matching shelves. It just feels very cohesive. Like I feel like I'm in a Barnes & Noble. Next up, I definitely want to make a video for a whole bookshelf tour, physical TBR tour. So I'm not gonna get into the specifics too much here, but there we have it. I'm finally settled into my new apartment. I'm feeling so much better here, so much more comfortable and just myself. I'm excited to get back into the swing of making more book content. My huge 2026 goal is to tackle this physical TBR. We'll be talking more about that in the next video when I actually count up how many there are, because at this point, I don't know. Surely over 200. And then I feel like I need to go back and watch the last physical TBR tour I did and feel shame, because I'm sure it is either higher or like about the same. 2026 is the year of tackling the physical TBR. So stick with me if you want to go through that journey. I'm going to be doing a lot more physical TBR reading vlogs and challenges to get through. I hope you're as excited as I am, because I really am excited. And yeah, I'm just happy. Thank you for coming along this journey with me. I seriously can't believe how long this took me to finish. I'm a new woman now. Not really. I'm the same old me. I just have like much sexier bookshelves. And I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm very excited for what's to come. So I'll be seeing you really soon. Catch you next time.